There was a moment on a simple Zoom networking call where everything shifted for me. We were doing introductions, and the usual 60-second, what do you do prompts were making their way around the virtual circle. You could feel the awkwardness as people tried to explain their work without sounding too vague or too rehearsed. When it was my turn, I said this: I help wellness and personal development coaches transform their passion and expertise into an aligned and profitable offer. That was it. One sentence. But I'll never forget what happened next. Ears perked up, heads started nodding. People immediately expressed interest. One woman even said, "That's cool. I've never heard anyone describe their business like that." Suddenly, I wasn't just another business owner trying to master her elevator pitch. I was known for something. I was clear. I was confident. And energetically, I was owning the room. Within a few weeks, I had booked half a dozen virtual speaking engagements. Let's call that energetic manifestation. My content started landing more powerfully. Clients started showing up out of nowhere because they actually understood and resonated with what I did. But the biggest shift wasn't just visibility, it was internal. That one sentence gave me permission to lean all the way into my work, and it changed everything. If you've ever felt like your message was getting lost, if you've struggled to describe your offer in a way that feels true to you and clear to others, this week's deep dive is for you. In it, I'm breaking down exactly how to write a clear offer statement that connects, resonates, and helps you sell with soul. You'll learn why clarity, not cleverness, sells. A simple three-part framework for your one sentence offer, real client examples from messy to magnetic, the most common messaging mistakes coaches make and how to fix them, and how to know if your statement feels right, not just sounds right. If your words have felt fuzzy, I promise you're not alone. But I also promise this is figure outable. Let's make your offer ready to shine, because when you're clear, your clients feel it. The one sentence offer test: how to write a clear offer statement that sells. A few weeks ago, I was in a networking group where the host asked two deceptively simple questions. One, if your friend was talking to your ideal client over coffee, how would this person describe the struggles that he or she was facing? And two, how would your friend introduce your work to that person in a way that lands? You could feel the air shift. Seasoned business owners paused, stumbled, and rewrote their answers, realizing that what felt so clear in their own heads became tangled when they tried to say it out loud. That moment captured something I see every day. If you can't explain your work simply, you'll struggle to sell it confidently. This is why I teach something I call the one sentence offer test. If your offer can't be communicated in a single sentence with clarity, simplicity, and resonance, it's not ready to market. So, in this deep dive, I'm going to walk you through how to create an offer statement that helps your work land, stick, and sell. I'll share real client examples, a practical framework, and the mindset shifts that make clarity feel doable, even if messaging isn't your thing. Why you must learn how to write a clear offer statement. Most wellness and transformation experts don't have a strategy problem. They have a clarity problem. They feel the depth of their work, but when it comes time to explain it, the message gets muddy. You might find yourself saying things like, "I help people live with more alignment and purpose," or "It's hard to explain, but it's transformational." When your offer feels vague to your audience, it becomes harder for them to trust it and even harder for them to say yes to it. People don't buy what they don't understand, and they can't share what they can't repeat. When you learn how to write a clear offer statement, you turn your vision into a message that travels, a sentence that invites people in, makes them feel seen, and makes it easy to take the next step. What makes a clear offer statement work? Your offer statement is not just a line of copy, it's a cornerstone of your business. It should clearly communicate who you serve, what you help them achieve, how you help them get there. So let's take a look at a quick example. Here would be an example of vague. I help people create balance and alignment in their lives. But a clear statement, I help overwhelmed working moms restore their energy and reconnect with themselves through holistic wellness coaching. The second version is specific, grounded, and immediately paints a picture. It makes the transformation tangible and the audience visible. That's the power of a well crafted offer statement. It opens the door to connection and conversion. My three-part framework for how to write a clear offer statement that connects and converts. So let's break this down. Step one, clarify who your offer is for. This is where many coaches hesitate. You might worry that narrowing your niche will leave people out, but trying to speak to everyone means no one feels like you're speaking to them. One of my clients, a leadership coach who is transitioning from therapy, knew that he wanted to blend neuroscience and spirituality, but didn't know who it was really for. As we dug into his background, it became clear that he had deep insight into the tech space. Once we named tech leaders as his niche, his whole message came into focus. Before, it said, I help spiritually open, high performing leaders who are struggling with burnout, emotional stagnation, or misalignment, blah, blah, blah. But after, it's I help high achieving tech leaders overcome burnout and find lasting clarity, calm, and fulfillment through transformational coaching that blends spirituality, somatic tools, and grounded leadership guidance. Specificity made it powerful. Step two, name the transformation that you provide. It's easy to default to describing what you do, but people buy the result that you help them achieve. I worked with a health coach who deeply understood the challenges his audience was facing, but struggled to articulate the transformation that they wanted. And without that clarity, his message fell flat and uncertain. Together, we explored what outcomes his clients were really seeking, not just symptom relief, but energy, internal peace, and the confidence to feel good in mind, body, and spirit. That shift in language brought a new level of clarity and confidence to his offer. When you can clearly name what your clients walk away with, your offer starts to sell itself. Step three, explain the how without overloading. You don't need to outline every session detail. You just need to help someone understand the format and trust the process. A client of mine, a dog trainer, was very clear on his audience and results, but his statement was cluttered and hard to follow. So we simplified and structured it like this. For dog owners struggling with severe behavior issues, I offer science based, balanced training that actually works so you can create calm, build trust, and enjoy life with your dog again. That's the power of clarity. It makes the work feel approachable and effective. How to tell if your offer statement is actually working. Here's your gut check. Can you say it out loud, clearly, confidently, and without stumbling? Could your best friend repeat it to someone who needs your work and have it land? Do you feel good saying it in your body, not just your brain? Clarity is more than semantics. When your offer feels aligned and true, your nervous system relaxes. You stop over explaining. You stop doubting. You show up with steady energy that others can feel. Real world before and after example of a clear offer statement. Let's go back to the leadership coach that I mentioned earlier. His original statement was, I help spiritually open, high performing leaders who are struggling with burnout, emotional stagnation, or misalignment between their outer success and inner fulfillment to reconnect with purpose, regulate their nervous system, and integrate spiritual practices into daily life through transformational coaching that blends somatic psychology, ancient wisdom, and practical embodiment. It was heartfelt, but way too long, too abstract, and too hard to remember. His refined statement: I help high achieving tech leaders overcome burnout and find lasting clarity, calm, and fulfillment by empowering them with spiritual practices, somatic tools, and grounded leadership guidance. It's tighter, more powerful, and easier to repeat. That's the difference clarity makes. Common mistakes to avoid when writing an offer statement. Number one is being too vague or abstract. Words like empower, transform, or align sound beautiful, but without context, they fall flat. You have to anchor your language in lived experiences and concrete outcomes. Your audience needs to see themselves in your words. Number two is skipping the transformation. Describing your modality or method without clarifying the result can leave people confused. You might say, I use breathwork and somatic practices to help people heal. But what does that actually mean for them? What changes in their life? That's what they're investing in. Number three, trying to say too much. This is the most common mistake I see. When your offer statement tries to include every detail, every tool, and every type of person you could help, it overwhelms the listener and waters down your message. Your one sentence statement isn't meant to say everything, it's meant to spark curiosity and create resonance. And number four is avoiding specificity. You might think being specific will turn people away, but in reality, specificity makes your message magnetic. The more clearly you name who it's for and what it helps with, the more likely your ideal clients are to say, that's exactly what I've been looking for. If your offer statement is feeling foggy, you're not alone. And please know that it's fixable. These are learnable skills and they change everything. Why learning how to write a clear offer statement impacts sales, confidence, and content creation. When your offer is clear, you become clearer. And that clarity unlocks momentum in every part of your business. You'll sell with more ease because you're not scrambling for words in every discovery call. You show up more consistently because your content has a message it's built around, and you feel more grounded in your pricing and delivery because you know what your offer is worth. A clear offer statement creates a ripple effect. Your marketing becomes more focused. Your ideal clients find you faster. You spend less time explaining and more time connecting. You stop second guessing yourself because you know what your offer is and why it matters. Clarity isn't just about language, it's about leadership. And when you own your message, you lead with authority and heart. So let's try the one sentence offer test for yourself. Here's a simple exercise to help you get started. Number one, who is this offer really for? Be specific. Name their role, life stage, or situation. Number two, what tangible result or transformation do they want? Name the outcome, not just the process. And number three, how do you help them get there? Describe the format or method simply. Write it in one sentence. Say it out loud. Feel into it. Test it on different people. If it feels muddy, go back and refine it. Your first draft doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be honest. You want help supporting a crafting a clear offer statement? If you're stuck in the spin cycle, unsure how to describe your work in a way that feels aligned, clear, and effective, I'd love to support you. You can start with the Offer Confidence Checklist, which is a free, practical tool to help you assess where your offer stands. Or you can join me inside the Aligned Offer Accelerator, which is a 30-day experience designed to help you design, message, and structure a transformational offer that feels true to you and sells with clarity and soul. Let's make your offer ready to shine so you can share it with clarity, confidence, and soul.